All right. So let me just share my screen. All right. I guess we can start now. So basically, as we know, we have seen a lot of changes happening recently in the PT exam. And today we are going to discuss about the same. And let's have a look at what's changing and we can get an idea about this thing. All right. So there has been a lot of changes. If you have been following our WhatsApp group, you would have understood by now what are the changes that are happening currently. So let's start. Basically, as you know, this is Dr. Ahmed. I have started this since 1.5 years ago. And so far, we have now a lot of students achieving perfect 90s in all, 15 plus students. As of now, it's 16, and 60 plus students got superior scores. 30 plus students got superior scores even after the latest updates, that is from August 7th. So that is how we are working on that. And a lot of students are getting their positive reviews, and also they are getting their desired scores if they are following our guidance properly. Then coming to the next thing, like we have seen a lot of people getting their proficient scores, or even for their APRA registrations or for student requirements, a lot of people have got their desired target and they are now moving ahead in their lives. So we are also training for Canada. As you know, PTE Core is for Canada. So far we have around 16 students got CLB 7, 6 got CLB 8, 5 got CLB 9, and 4 got CLB 10. All right, let's move ahead. As you know that we have started this thing, and currently we are having like a lot of people have been training, and we finally after taking a conversation, like having a discussion frequently with the PT test developers, I have achieved this certification from Credly with response from the Pearson Test Academy, and now I have got this thing. I have recently received this in January. So last week I forgot to take the meeting due to some issues. So this time we are covering the last week things as well. All right. So as we know, a lot of people have been asking me whether they can go for read aloud or not. So basically, if you are aiming for PT Academic, because in the PT Academic we hardly have about 8 marks for read aloud in speaking. So if your target is for proficient scores or lesser than that scores, then read aloud is not that much important. But if your target is for superior scores, which requires 88 in speaking, at that time definitely you have to even consider read aloud. Since it is just going to give you 1 mark for speaking, it is not recommended to just do one line strategy. Okay, if you are going for PT core in that thing, we can try it still. But the thing is that I don't recommend it, because majority of the times people from South Asian countries find it very difficult to do proper pronunciation, and they may end up losing their scores. So it is not useful for you if you are not having good pronunciation and fluency. Only if you are having good pronunciation, at that time you have to use one line strategy. So make sure that you have that thing before you are taking that risk. For PT core, as you know, it is still giving you marks for reading and speaking, and it is still the most important task in PT core, as it's give you 50 plus overall scores. So that is useful for your PT core, not for PT academic. Okay, I always suggest you to do the proper full paragraph reading with proper pronunciation and fluency. Okay, so take care of that thing. Then it is a kind of risky strategy. Better to use a proper full paragraph. Maintain proper pronunciation, fluency. Do not hesitate, stammer, stutter, fumble, and speak with clarity and confidence for better scores. Coming to the next thing, as we know, right from dictation is still the most heaviest scoring task, even for academic as well as for PTE core. So it is useful that you listen to the audio accurately and try to write it as accurately as possible to the audio. Do not try to make any kind of changes unless until you are very much not sure about the answer. Okay, only in that case you have to try to write any extra words. But even if you are writing extra words, make sure that you are limiting it to very few words, like three or five, not more than that. Okay, try to be 100% accurate as this can give you proper scorings. A lot of scores are contributed in writing as well as listening for both PT Academic and Core. So try to understand the sentence, what it is talking about, grasp the gist of the sentence, and try to take quick notes while the audio plays. That will be helpful. If you want, you can even write the initial words as well. Make sure that you are not making any kind of spelling mistakes or grammatical errors, and take care that you are working on time management skills as well as your word counts. Okay, so that is really important. Then coming to the next thing, PT core task. This is how to write an email. As you know, we have two types of emails, formal email and informal email. As you know, the name itself says formal email is useful for addressing the formal kind of professional kind of things, as well as the other thing is we have that semi-formal, or you can say as informal email. So you have to understand this uh, things, and based on that only you have to write the salutations and the sign-offs. Otherwise, if you try to mix up the things, you may get good scores on the platforms, but in the real exam, you may not get full scores. So you have to understand the difference between both kind of emails. In the professional emails, make sure that you are keeping it to the point. Whereas when you are writing a informal email, make sure that you are providing proper and specific details about something. Okay, answer all the key points present in the given side headings of the email task. Then avoid spelling mistakes and grammatical errors. And then you have to take care that you are maintaining the time as well as you are following the word limits. All right. In the PTA core, as you know, you have to write 80 to 120 words for email. Then a lot of people usually ask me, sir, whether prediction files are useful or not. So how to identify that? Definitely in some cases it is useful. Some person may be telling that they have got 80% from some prediction files, and some person will be telling that it is not at all useful. They are not getting anything from that. So it completely depends on your luck. You can't say what kind of percentage you will expect in the real exam, because this is an AI test. So the questions are generated in a random sequence. So there is no such what you can say as credibility, or you can say as confidence about what number of or what percentage of questions might be coming from those prediction files. But definitely it is useful for you in some cases. It depends on your luck, but there is not certainty. Do not completely depend on the predictions as it is kind of risky. Definitely, prediction files are useful to understand what kind of questions can be expected in your real exam, but they are not always helpful. All right. So if someone comes and tell you that they are going to give you exact same questions and answers, immediately move away from them or try to report them so that they don't scam others as well. All right. Don't pay unnecessary money for any other purposes. Prediction bias is just a guide. It is not a final material, so you cannot depend on that. All right, so predictions support you. As you know, skills help you secure the score. So skills are the most important thing rather than just predictions. If you understand how to crack the task, then no matter what kind of questions you face in the real exam, you are definitely going to crack it. Then coming to the next thing, a lot of people come and just show me the scores. Okay, they will just give me some section mock test, or they will just tell me that they have got some 47 in reading, some 67 in listening, or some 85 in speaking, something like that. Based on just understanding that thing, I won't be able to understand where you are making the mistakes. So it is really important that you understand the importance of skills breakdown. So you can find this in your Pearson PT platform itself, like Pearson PT portal. Just log into your PT account and open your results. Go to your results page. Click the view skills. You will find some 8 graphs. Share that 8 graphs with me. Based on that only, I can understand how you are performing in the real exam. Even during your alpha PT mock test, if you want to get something analyzed by me, just don't share your scores, because it will be useless. I won't be able to see where you are making mistake. So whenever you want to see something, make sure that you are sharing the link or proper photos of the skills profile. Only and only then I can understand where you are making mistakes. All right. So this really helps you in identifying the weak areas, and it shows you how you performed in the real exam, and it guides you on what kind of tasks need improvement. So only we can focus on that thing. Many of the times people don't understand where they are making mistakes, and they just blindly keep on writing the test back to back. After taking 10, 12 attempts, when they reach out to me, I immediately find out that what mistake they are making, but by that time it will be too much late. So avoid doing such kind of mistakes to save your money. Then coming to the next thing, as you know, like per year you can only take 12 attempts. So make sure that you are not rushing it. Many of the time people just blindly rush in getting the desired score, but their skills will be very poor. Even after 12 attempts, when I see their exam performance, I can clearly identify where they are making mistakes. So if you are just making mistakes after 2 or 3 attempts, that is understandable. But after 2 or 3 attempts, it is strongly recommended that you get proper coaching to avoid wasting more money. Many of the times it happens that people will be struggling with their skills, but they won't be preferring to go for personalized coaching. And that is where they end up losing more and more money. All right. So take care of that thing. Then a lot of people ask me the same question again and again, sir, how to improve my skills? I'm unable to focus on this thing, that thing. So you can't develop your skills just by looking at others' scores. Okay, if you want to improve your skills, you have to practice it. You have to do it dedicatedly. You have to do it religiously. If you don't have that consistency, if you don't have that dedication, then definitely, even if you practice for 6 months or 1 year, you are still going to fail. Okay, so you have to practice it properly without any breaks. Make mistakes, learn from them, identify them, understand them, rectify them, and try to avoid repeating the same mistakes. Then only you will learn from each and every mistake. If you try to just ignore everything, if you just think that, okay, I'm making this one spelling mistake, it is not a one of a big deal, then definitely you are going to make the same mistake in the real exam and you are going to lose your scores. So when you are making mistakes from your end, it is not the fault of the trainer or it is not the fault of PT. It is only the fault of yourself. Unless and until you don't practice consistently, you are not going to see any kind of improvement in your scores. So understand this thing and practice accordingly. As you know, a lot of people, especially from Bangladesh, Nepal, or Pakistan, India, Egypt, a lot of people usually ask me this question, sir, what is the minimum PT requirement for the so and so course? So, as you know, like I have been saying this thing a lot, and finally I decided to make this photo as well. That will be helpful for you to understand. If you are going for certificate courses or diploma courses or foundational courses, definitely you can go with vocational bands, which is about five. So you can just get this course. Overall score should be between 31 to 38. That should be more than enough. If you are going for bachelor's degree, definitely your score should be overall score should be 47 to 54, and you have to get that minimum 5.5 in each. Okay, that will be helpful for you. For master's course, basic requirement is 6 in each is the minimum requirement. And as you can see, overall score required is 63 to 70. If you are getting good scores, but if your overall score is less than 60, then there are lesser chances that you may get proper scholarship or admission in that university. Depending on your kind of college and your type of course, the scores may vary. For foundational courses, it may go up to 6 bands. Undergraduate courses, it may go up to 6.5 or 7 bands. For postgraduate degrees, it may even reach 7.5 bands as well. So just check your proper university and the course which you are planning to take. Based on that only you can understand what kind of thing you have to do and how much scores are your requirements. So make sure that you are checking with your universities and your courses for the accurate information. All right. Then coming to the next thing, recently on the Friday itself, that means 2 days ago, one of our uh, study members got their superior scores from our group. So it was a really great achievement. The person is from Australia. Basically, they are from Pakistan and they have got their desired score. They took the exam on 15th January and they got their scores on 16th. As you can see on the screen, they have got 90 in listening, 71 in reading, 90 in speaking, and 87 in writing. Then coming to the next thing, this person's target score was just 55 and they were able to achieve 62 overall. So they have got their target was just for the study visa and they got better scores. Coming to the other person, this person all target was also very less and they have got very good scores. Overall scores was 80. As you can see, writing 84 and listening 82, which are very good scores for a person who is targeting for education. Then we also had another person who got their desired scores. They took the exam on 2nd January and they got overall 67. Their target score was again just 55. This person's target score was again 55. They also got their desired scores. They have got 64 overall. Then we had another person whose target score was 55 for study visa. They have enrolled for that and they got 64 overall. So that is also a good achievement. And they took exam on 17th Jan. So as you know, this is the most important thing of this session that there has been a lot of changes in the PT. As you know, previously you were getting some kind of like two retail lectures or some two or three summarized group discussions, two or three respond to suggestions. But now it has been increased. You are getting almost like two to three retail lectures, two to three summarized group discussions, and two to three respond to a suggestion. So it completely depends that at least one or two tasks will be, you will be getting three tasks. Okay, so from these things, you will get 2 to 3 questions easily from any of these three tasks. So don't get panicked if you are getting more than that. It is becoming a bit lengthier now just to confuse the students. But if you are good at your skills, definitely you are going to get your target scores because it is not that much difficult once you understand how to crack the task. So don't get confused there. Focus a lot on your describe image as well. That is also contributing a lot. So if you are trying to repeat the same things again and again, definitely you are going to lose your scores. Avoid telling that there is a picture in front of me. I have to speak for 40 seconds for this image. The image is very beautiful. The image is very informative. Such kind of repeated phrases, they are strongly not recommended to be used during your exam. While you're doing retail lecture and your summarized group discussion, a lot of people have said me that they are facing it a lot of problem in note taking. So if you are finding anything difficult, definitely the problem is not with any other thing. The problem is with your focusing skills and your quick note taking skills. It is really important that you focus on your mistakes rather than just finding the excuses and telling that, sir, I'm not able to manage the note taking time. I'm not able to get the time. By the time I write two to three things, the audio is ending. That is not the case because if you want to get superior scores, definitely you have to aim to prepare yourself at that level of superior. If you don't, if you are unable to do that thing, then definitely you have to lose the target of superior and go for lower scores. If your target is for superior scores and if you are looking for excuses, then definitely no one can help you in that. You have to understand the importance of cracking the task and note taking is really important. All right. So make sure that you are doing this thing properly, and then only you are going to get your scores. If you are not going to follow the proper methods, then definitely you are only going to suffer with multiple reattempts, with wasting the money, with going to so and so trainers, and then wasting the money. It is not suggested. Better prepare for longer time and make yourself perfect on the task, then only go for the exam and get your results on the first attempt itself. Because I have seen it a lot of times that especially when you are trying to do this thing again and again, there are some issues that you may get lesser scores later on. Not sure why it is happening, but for some people who are at very good at their skills by now, when they have taken like more than 6 attempts, they are struggling to crack their superior, even though when they are very much accurate in their responses. So better to be on safe side rather than just blindly doing the test back to back. Focus on understanding that thing and try to crack that in first 2 or 3 attempts maximum, not more than that. Okay. Then coming to the next thing, I have also observed that especially one of our group members have said that although not it is not verified, but I have seen that especially during the rounds kind of thing, whenever the Australia or Canada is conducting the rounds, sometimes the scores are getting reduced for some students. Not sure whether it is completely related to the issues of the AI scoring or whether it is related to the students' performance. But just to be on safe side, try to not be wasting the time till the time round comes. Better you do that before the invitation rounds occur so that you will be stress free. Okay, you have to understand that writing also has increased its importance. You have to write more amount of content now as it will give you more proper scorings. If you are not going to write meaningful and related responses, definitely you are going to lose your scores. And this is particularly implying to summarize written text, spoken text, and essay. A lot of people are losing their writing scores only because of these things. Right from dictation, as I've said, avoid writing unnecessary extra words. Add maximum of 2 to 3 only when you are find it very much necessary to write it. Otherwise, don't do it. All right. Avoid repetition of sentences for the speaking task, and speaking marks are much more stricter now. A lot of people have seen that they are getting 90 in writing somehow, but still they are getting 78 in speaking, or they are getting 85 in speaking, which is not going to give them superior scores. So make sure that you are giving that a lot of focus. Try to be more natural, more accurate, and try to be 100% speaking as per the provided prompt. Don't try to use any keyword kind of template because that is not going to be useful for you. Every day, as you know, like I have seen this a lot of time and have been telling in a lot of my webinars as well that if you are trying to repeat the same thing again and again, you are not going to get better scores. All right. So you have to understand that you have to know that Pearson platform is also developing every single day. It is trying to make the test more and more difficult, only to get more eligible candidates onshore. Okay, so if you don't have that skills, definitely you need to work hard. There are no shortcuts for each and every task. As you know, reading doesn't have any shortcuts as of now. You have to understand a lot. It is focusing a lot on contextual understanding these days. If you are not good at that, definitely you are not going to get superior scores. All right. Even though the target for reading is just 70, but even that 70 is quite difficult to achieve because read aloud is no longer contributing to a reading scores. So take care of that thing. Then we have to understand that sometimes people will be telling that, sir, I have got these many scores on the alpha PT, but I'm getting very horrible scores in the real exam. That means the platform is not at all useful. So it is not the issue. It is not the issue with the platforms. The only problem is that you are doing in the wrong way. If you understand how to crack the task in the correct way, then definitely no matter what kind of questions come in the real exam, you are going to get better scores and definitely you are going to get that superior. If you are not practicing according to the criteria of Pearson, definitely you can't blame anyone but yourself. All right, so you have to understand that and you have to practice accordingly. All right, so as you know, this person has took the test on 11th November 2025. As you can see, this person was constantly losing their scores in speaking previously. They have even got in their one of the recent attempts in the December, they have got like 90 in writing. They have got again 75 in reading as well. Listening was again 85 plus, but again in the speaking they have got around 75, something like that. So this was the things before the changes. Now after the changes, these are two-person scores. If you can see here that this person has tremendously lost their scores from the previous 87 in listening to 63. Reading was 70, it got reduced to 61 after rescoring. This 65 is also very bad score only because of these changes. Then writing, if you can see 59, which is very bad score. So that is the thing here happening. Then coming to the other person as well, if you can see, all the scores are at the superior levels. 89 listening, 76 in reading, 90 in writing. With this thing only we can clearly understand that both of these candidates are more than eligible to get superior. But because there are some changes and because people are not trying to repeat the things again and again, and based on that they are trying to get the scores, it is no longer working, and that is why they are losing their scores in speaking. So you have to make sure that you are doing it in the proper way, then only you can get better scores. So some people have also given me feedback this week that they have got their desired scores and they were thankful. So only, and if you only follow the right guidance, definitely you are going to get better scores. If you don't do that, definitely you are going to suffer. All right, so let's start having a look at the queries. All right, so let's see. Sarah Banu has asked, Sir, in writing essay, if we lose 2 marks in grammar and 2 marks of spelling, they only deduct 4 marks or whole marks will be zero. All right, so Sarah, I think I have already discussed this in the previous webinar as well. So basically, when you are doing the essay, although on the platform it will only reduce you 2 marks for spelling and 2 marks for grammar, but in the real exam, this marking criteria will be too much. All right, so it will not only just reduce your two scores, it will reduce more marks. So I have to understand that whatever you are doing, that is correctly answering the topic, there are no spelling mistakes and there are no grammatical errors, and you are writing accurately as per the provided content. Then only you are going to get your better scores. If you don't focus on that thing, then definitely you are going to lose your scores in that. No matter how much you get in the platform, you are going to lose your scores in the real exam. Sometimes people have seen that they are getting some keyword kind of template for the essay. On the platforms, they are getting 90 of 90. But when they are using the same thing in the real exam, they are losing their scores a lot. So you have to understand that just writing the templates is not going to be useful for you. You have to understand that whatever you are going to write, that is going to cover these things properly. All right, structure, form. Sometimes people don't even give proper spacing between the paragraphs, which is why they are going to lose their scores. All right, then coming to the next thing, sir, what app do you recommend for practicing? So basically, Nuranki, the thing is that as far as I've seen, people who are using alpha PTs have got their target scores. Like 95% of the people who use alpha PT have got their target scores. And I have been using alpha PT myself since past 8 months now. And every time I have seen that it is working really fine. And I have been using that same platform even to train my students and people who are practicing the correct way. Definitely, they are going to get better scores in the real exam. All right. So as long as you are doing in the right way, definitely you are going to see positive scores in the real exam, plus or plus 5 scores in all your skills. All right. I have seen people getting 75 on the Alpha PT for speaking, but because they were doing in the right way, they were getting 90 in the real exam. So it all depends how you are practicing. Once you are practicing the correct way, definitely you are going to get better scores. All right. Sarah has asked another question. Sir, I got 22 marks in essay in Alpha and same essay. I attempt on APNE and just got 4 to 5 marks. Which one is more accurate? You are confused. So basically, Sarah, it depends on all these things like uh, how you are going to get it. Like if you are doing in the correct way, as I've said, if you avoid the spelling mistakes and grammatical errors, definitely you can expect better scores. If you don't do that thing, then definitely no matter what kind of platform you are using, you are going to lose your scores. APNE is not properly getting updated in the recent days after these updates. So people who are getting 80 plus in the APNE, they are getting lesser scores in the real exam. And there are also in some cases that they are getting the similar scores as well. So it completely depends like how you are doing. Once you understand the task, how to do that, definitely you are going to see better scores in the real exam. All right, any more questions? You can unmute yourself and you can ask your questions if you have any questions. If someone has, you can ask. We still have around 7.5 minutes left. All right, so let's see. Yes, Moise, you can ask the question. All right. So one more thing is that definitely some people have raised this concern that they are losing their scores in speaking. So I'm also planning to discuss about this thing, like how to crack this speaking after the recent January 2026 updates. And I will try to get proper answers. If they are telling that if there has been any changes, then definitely I will also let you know. I'm also waiting like they are going to reveal the PDF for this skills breakdown. So the 8 graphs which they are going to assess, which they are going to provide in your skills analysis graph, you can find that same thing updated in the website as well soon. So I'm hoping to see that soon. I will let you know once that is available. So Sarah has asked, Sir, how to get good score in summarized written text. So the thing is that your scores will depend on whether you are taking meaningful and related sentences. Many of the times it happens that people run after scores on the platforms. They don't focus on the meanings of the things and they just blindly copy the sentences without using the appropriate connectors. They will listen to 3, 4 trainers. They will watch YouTube videos and then they will get confused and they will mess up in the real exam. So if you want to get your scores faster, stick with one trainer and follow their advice from beginning to the end. Only then you can expect better scores. If you try to get yourself diverted, then definitely you are not going to get better scores because some trainer will be telling in some way, the other will be telling in another way, which might clash with your ideas and that might damage your performance in the real exam. Someone has asked, I appeared yesterday in the PT exam and got unexpected result, 70 plus in mock test and overall 55. So the same thing, Moise, which I have said, you have to, cannot blindly depend on the scorings of the platforms. You have to understand what is the correct method of doing the task. So it completely depends. Like once you start doing in the correct way, then only you can expect better scores. I have seen people getting 80 plus in the platform scores, but in the real exam, again, they were getting overall 55 scores, just like you. When I observed, when I analyzed their mocks, I found out that they were doing lots of spelling mistakes. They were doing grammatical errors. They were breaking their voices. They were hesitating. They were fumbling a lot. They were unable to catch the sentences properly. At that time, they were making spelling mistakes. They were not able to grasp the things properly in the right from dictations. They were not speaking properly in their discriminates. So each and everything matters a lot. Just doing that thing, depending entirely on that thing and expecting that you are going to get better scores, that is definitely not going to be possible. You can only get better scores when you are practicing in the correct way. So Fawad has asked, read aloud, better to do slow pace with comma, stop as also. Yes, definitely, because that is the way the speaking is meant to be done. Many of the times people believe that fluency is all about rushing, which is not the correct thing. You have to focus a lot on the proper speaking skills, proper pronunciation, maintaining the proper sentence flow, fluency, giving proper pauses and breaks. Then only you can expect better scores. If you are just rushing, definitely you are not going to get scores. So Saira has asked, Sir, how to overcome spelling mistakes? So this is the major problem for a lot of people. People understand the pronunciation of the words, but they can't write the proper spellings. They know the words, but in the essay they end up writing the spelling mistakes. I have seen people making silly spelling mistakes while they are writing something. Like, for example, they have to write furthermore. They will end up missing R somewhere. Either they will miss R in the beginning or R after the furthermore. Okay, so R they will be missing somewhere. So many of the times it is only due to the negligence of the students that they lose their marks in their speaking. Otherwise, if you focus a little bit on that thing, definitely you are going to get better scores. So you have to practice a lot. Whatever mistake you are making, you have to make a error logbook. You have to maintain that and you have to go through that repeatedly so that you rectify your mistakes. Unless and until you don't practice it yourself, unless and until you don't start understanding where you are making mistakes, you don't start rectifying them, definitely you cannot expect better scores. So that is really important. We know that on the Alpha PT platform, we are having vocab book. You can use that. It is present under the practice session. If you go to the study tools, you will find that vocab book. You can just click on that thing and you will be able to understand what kind of spellings are usually used in the PTE academic exam. So you have to prepare according to that. If you just think that, okay, I'm making this spelling mistake, that is not a big deal. In the real exam, I will try to rectify that thing. Definitely, you are not going to make rectify that thing. You are going to make the same mistakes again and again every time. All right. So do not do that thing. So Fawad has asked, essay writing, can we use the template? Is it working? Retell lecture, can we say it was heard that? For retell lecture, yes, you can say that it was heard that, or it can be heard that you can say you can use in that way. For essay writing, definitely you can still use the templates. My students are still using the templates and they are getting perfect 90s in writing as well. You just have to avoid spelling mistakes and grammatical errors. Only that thing is the most important thing, and this will only get with proper practice. All right. I hope the session was useful for you and you have learned a lot of things and you have understood the changes in the PT exam as well. Focus on these things, improve your skills, and get your target scores faster. If you are facing any difficulties, you can let me know. I'm always available in the group chat. You can let me know. All right. Okay, then. Take care, guys. Thank you for joining. Take care. Bye bye.